Welcome to our next episode, and I have a special guest today called Sharna. Thank you so much, Sharna, for coming. I know we've spoken a bit before in the past, and yeah, so thank you so much. I'd love to see you. So good to see you again.
Thank you. So excited to be here and to be a part of your amazing journey. I've seen you become a healer and develop your gifts and do exciting things and step out of your comfort zone. So it's been so cool to watch from the sidelines.
Thank you. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about self-love, and yeah, so in terms of what that, how that started for you, do you mind going into like the very beginning?
Yeah, of course. So growing up, I was sexually abused, molested, and raped by my step grandfather from as early as I can remember, really. And for the longest time, I kept silent, and all the abuse that happened, I really learned to hate myself and my body and not care for myself either. And eventually, when I did tell somebody about the whole situation, which was many years later, I started, going to see psychologists and counselors and therapists, but none of it really helped. And then this cycle kept on happening with men I would have relationships with where I wasn't being fully appreciated or wasn't being truly seen and just being used through these other relationships. And it wasn't until more recently when my engagement ended and we separated that I really learned how to be comfortable with being by myself. Because for the longest time, I had put myself around other people and in relationships to avoid being by myself because I couldn't love myself. And by giving so much to others in friendships, family, and relationships, I felt better that I couldn't love myself because I was just pouring it out and not giving it back. It's been a very interesting journey.
Mhm.
It's been a difficult one, but definitely something I'm really grateful for now after moving through it, because now I have so much more certainty and love and care for self. And it's
Mm.
been definitely a long time coming.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you that you're here in this place, and thank you for sharing. So was there a moment where you felt like, well, what was the moment where you felt like self-love was something that you needed?
It was mainly when my former partner was away over the New Year's Christmas period. I was left by myself and we were still together at that time. And I was like, every day I was just avoiding being by myself. I'd go and see my family. I'd go like to the beach or to the mall just to be around other people. And when I was at home by myself, I would literally just go on my phone all the time. I would avoid being alone. And one day it just hit me. And I was like, why am I doing all this? I'm not eating. I'm not like getting up out of bed. I'm not showering. I'm not brushing my teeth every day. Like, why can't I just do basic things? And it was literally just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, wow, I actually don't love myself. I was like, whoa, I don't love myself. So I started doing those things, eating more regularly, drinking water, and, all the other things. But I started doing it because we all know that saying, right? Where it's like, oh, you can only love others as deeply as you can love yourself. And I was like,
Mm.
oh my God, what have I been doing like the past 5 years with my partner? Like, I haven't been able to take care of myself. How have I not been able to love him as much as that? And my love is a reflection of self. How can I not be loving him enough? So I started doing those things to love him better, not really for myself. And then when he got back, I was, in my little routine. I built that up, which was great. It was going really well. And then a week later, it ended. And I was like, wow, I was literally like on top of the world like a week ago. Now I have to rebuild again. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to let myself feel for a bit, let it out, take it day by day. And when I'm feeling ready, I'm just going to start integrating that routine again. And starting to build up that was what really helped create a solid foundation.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, and what that kind of leads me to, what do you lean on in terms of like support? And do you have like a space, or do you have books, or do you have I know you're also I don't know if you're fully like call yourself religious, but you believe in God. So what
Mm.
kind of what do you or who do you go to get that kind
Yeah.
of support? Because it's so
Uh,
important, and it's a very common thing for a
yes.
lot of people to go through this, where they realize that they don't fully love themselves, or no one's really told them that they're completely worthy of love.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. So in the beginning, it was reaching out and talking to my coaches. I've got a few different mentors. So reaching out and getting their support was really key because they've got this outside perspective of the situation. Plus, they've got the tools and resources that I could integrate to move through that process. Um, in really learning to receive love, it was connecting to source, to spirit, to God, to my guides, and really just allowing myself to feel that love, even though it is still technically outside myself, knowing that I can get it by myself and not seek it from something physical was enough. It
Yeah.
was, otherworldly. It was divine. It just felt so wholesome. So, what's the word? There was no judgment there. It was unconditional, unconditional
Mm.
love.
Yeah.
And it literally just fills you up. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And what kind of activities or practices do you do, or has have really helped you
Mm,
really anchor in that self-love? Yeah.
yeah. So there's definitely an element of just doing the basic self-care stuff and building up those foundations, especially if you are someone who is struggling with just that. So, showering, brushing your teeth, eating at least 3 meals a day, drinking all your water. That is great. Also, doing things that fill up your cup. So, and I like to get it from a few different places. So, something physical, something creative, something really good for your mind as well. So, meditation, I love so much. And for creativity as well, I like to do art, I like to sing, I like to um, do sport as well. It's a little bit more creative. And then that also ties into my physical stuff as well. I love just going for a walk as well. I would do that every single morning. And it as well, it just helps your body release the emotions too,
Yeah, that's
which
so
is really
important.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you touched on a little bit about art, because I now remember you did do some awesome art. I love that. That
Yeah.
reveal that you did online. Yeah, how are you still doing that?
I've definitely taken a little step back from
Mm,
that since everything's kind of happened because I've had
mm.
to put everything into storage a little bit. But I've actually entered a little art show. It's
Oh,
called Incognito, and you're anonymous in it, and you just create a work of art, submit it, and it goes to charity as well, which is really
oh, that's
beautiful.
so
So they have a
cool.
few different charities that they work with.
Yeah.
But
Actually, yeah, so I remember I think you mentioned this ages ago when
oh
we did
yeah.
did the hypnotherapy session together. Like you mentioned like this art show. Was it you?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's actually like happening.
Yeah, it is actually happening.
Oh, oh, so I'm so excited to see. This sounds so cool.
Yeah,
And
I've
that,
got
yeah.
a plan
Oh,
for my first work, that one
mm,
I've just channeled,
yeah,
which is really beautiful.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I'm
It's so
excited to
good.
bring the spiritual world into the art world.
Mm, yeah, awesome.
Mm.
Um, and yes, with doing all these things, um, what would you say is the most powerful for you?
Mm. Wow.
You mentioned something about you love meditation, and
Yeah.
what would be the most powerful in actually changing, shifting from before, how you were before? Like what emotion would you say you felt before?
Mm. Oh, the deepest emotion I felt was abandonment,
Mm,
100%.
yeah.
And the most powerful tool that I used to shift out of it was meditation.
Mm,
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely. Because with meditation, not only can you connect with divine love, you can also do processes that retrain your brain. And our brains
Yeah.
are so powerful. Like
Yeah.
they're a supercomputer. And when you go in there, I love Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural,
Yeah. Yeah.
because he talks so much about how like what's happening internally within our minds is what we believe to be our truth and our physical reality. So that's
Yeah.
how powerful we are. So going
Yeah.
inward and doing the work there shifts it in the physical as well.
Okay. And what else have you learned from his book? Like, have you finished reading it yet?
I'm a bit of a
Okay. Okay.
tiptoer. So
Yeah.
I'll pick up one book, get a little bit pieces there, and then I'll pick
Okay.
up another book.
Yeah.
But I love his manifestation technique as well.
Okay.
That's really cool. Feeling it, letting go and surrendering it, and creating spaciousness for something to come in. And
Yeah.
once you integrate that feeling and project it out into the world, you're able to receive. That's
Yeah.
another good one I love.
Yeah. That's so much better than what I did because I remember I had that book for over 3 or 4 years, but I've only been like halfway through it, and then yeah. So now I'm reading a different book. So
Oh,
are there any
cool.
new books that you're reading at the moment?
Oh, I just started Secrets of a Millionaire Mind
Oh,
by,
okay. Yeah.
what's his name? Something Harvicker.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
Mhm.
yeah, is he Harvicker? And oh, it's so fascinating because when I was growing up, I was a big family. I was the
Yeah.
oldest of five,
Mm.
big family.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I constantly watched my parents struggle with money and be really conscious of their spending. And this whole book goes into how your upbringing programs your beliefs around money and how much you can hold and how much you can receive. So going into this book has been very mind blowing. And since I started doing the processes I've been able to receive a little bit more in my business that I've got on the
Yeah,
side because I do still work full time.
yeah,
So it's been such a good book, and I'm only like literally a quarter of the way through. So
yeah.
loving it.
I actually wanted to ask you, I don't know because I know you've been, I don't know, would you call yourself a Christian?
Mm, not
What?
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So,
yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, what does, what's your understanding of, for that side, what their understanding of self-love means? Because,
mm,
um, they on that with Christian beliefs that I think they're very much into focusing on God is love, and
mm,
that comes first before self.
yeah.
So, do you have any thoughts about around that?
Mm. I do love the belief that they believe that, God is, I do love that belief. God is love, but also that we are children of God
Yeah.
as well. So I
Mm,
love that. And that really means that we are, the divine creation. We have this gift to experience this life. And if we don't take the opportunity to love this version of self and to experience the world at its fullest, then what are we doing here? Why did we even come here in the first place? We have this gift and we need to love the world and self in honor to honor the gift.
yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
I remember there was a quote, something about we're here to serve the kingdom of God. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't have the exact quote, but it's about the kingdom of God. That is the manifestation.
mm,
That is not we're not here to manifest our own self, our version of our kingdom. It's about God's version.
mm.
Which, yeah, there's a lot to think about there.
Yeah,
But I do
yeah.
feel like that version would be very, like, it's all about everyone's happiness and equality and love, right? So that's
Mm,
still, um, there's still, yeah, I guess there's still alignment there with people. Like, if you ask what people really want, they can give you like their superficial, um, answer where it's like, okay, yeah, you want this and this and you want a good life and all of that. But then if you go deeper, there's always that connection to like helping others, serving others.
Mm,
Yeah. So which is
yeah.
also like your higher self and probably similar to what God also wants for everyone. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Mm.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about do you have any offers at the moment with your business?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually currently on day 15 of my 21-day self-love challenge, which has
Oh,
been so incredible to
yeah.
move through. And once we complete that, there's this new offer that I'm yet to tell the world about, which is super
Okay.
exciting. And it is all about transformation
Mm,
because all the meditations and the work that I've done internally have shifted me out of so much heartbreak, so much pain, and into power.
yeah.
And in doing so, able to help others move through the same thing.
Yeah.
So this, okay, it's called the Alchemy Codex,
Mm,
and it's something completely channeled. And I'm like, literally, it lights me up so much. Like, this is my purpose to help others shift out of all their pain into their empowerment. And in doing so, develop this certainty and this trust and belief in self, which I believe is the key to self love. Mm.
yeah. So as you were talking, I could see this thing come out like a blue wave, come out
Oh,
like two blue waves. I don't know what that means, but
well,
yeah. This self-love challenge is really interesting. So is it something that people can join?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How does it
Definitely.
work?
It's not too late at all. I've got a beautiful Telegram community group chat,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
every single morning I upload a video of a task or a process that we do. And it's just so great. I love everyone in there. There's lots of like little chatting that goes on. And it's not only working on self, but it's building a community of support, which is so incredible. So you can reach out to me anytime. There's, we're on day 15, so I'm not great at maths. 9-ish days left.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's definitely something I'm going to run again because it is so fun and it's so transformational. And I'm sure, like, if you have already done it, you're more than welcome to do it again and to be a supporter. And it's just amazing. So you can reach out to me on Instagram at Sharna Teresa. You can join this current round and just play a bit of catch up, or you can wait till the next round and start fresh.
Yeah. Sounds awesome. Yeah, so many people need that. They need that help.
Mm.
And to be accountable, like to continuously
Mm.
do that action, to work on focusing on what makes them happy, um tells what they believe or what they feel is giving themselves the love that they didn't believe they had before.
Yeah.
So and then yeah, I thought about what is something that you would tell your younger self if you could go back and tell her.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so much. Oh, what would be the key piece though?
Yeah.
I guess it would be to stop looking for love outside yourself and find it
Mm.
within. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That makes me so happy.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's also kind of part of what I do as well with like going back to that younger version and giving the younger version what they didn't have, what they really
Mm.
needed. So then we can let go of all the emotions from because it will keep coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And your adult life. So yeah, so that's so yeah. It's so awesome to hear about your challenges coming up, transformation. Um, yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, all right. So I think there was something else. Maybe it's gone or some another question. Um, yeah. Okay, maybe that wasn't that important. All right.
It's all right.
All right. Well, I
Well,
think yeah, is there anything else that you would want to share to your viewers about self-love?
oh, even okay, this
Yeah.
is a beautiful message that I channeled through, and it was all about being present in your daily mundane tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you introduce presence, you're directing your
Oh,
energy and intention to what you're doing.
yeah.
Instead of being distracted, you're all in focusing on you and the task at hand, which, when we're doing our dishes, when we're brushing our teeth, when we're having a shower, we're on the toilet, we're constantly distracting ourselves. So if we can put them aside and focus on taking care of ourselves, we can introduce self-love in the smallest ways. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah, totally. That is such an important thing for people to be present. So how would people do that? Like how would you
definitely
be present?
turn your phone off, put
Okay, yep, that's
it
good.
aside, tune out the music,
Yeah.
and also just introducing breath,
Mm,
just
yeah.
tuning into your body, using your breath to push all the thoughts out of your mind and focus on what's in front of you. Mm.
Yeah, for sure. Like I totally agree. Like appreciating every moment,
Yeah.
expressing gratitude for the smallest things, like even for a spoon, a pen, air, like that's really
Mm.
for me, I found that to be really useful. And it is yeah, really like you don't just stop there, you keep going. And then
Yeah.
you end up, it really shifts your energy, shifts your mood. So yeah,
Yeah,
totally
definitely.
agree with that. You are being present with the moment and just appreciating everything. Yeah,
Mm. I love it. And gratitude is such a key to shifting out of those lower emotions. It really
yeah,
pulls you up and out of all
yeah,
that negative stuff. Mm.
yeah. Okay, well, is there anything else you want to share before we finish?
If you are struggling to love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
I would do the things that you love to receive from others. And we've all heard of the 5 different love language, like words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, quality time, and receiving gifts.
Yeah,
And we love getting it from others. Why don't we flip it and give it to self?
yeah,
Mm,
100%. Yeah, because then you're shifting into that worthiness and if and you know that you can always give the things that you need to yourself instead of waiting for someone else.
yeah,
And yeah,
100%.
yeah,
And for those people who like constantly give, 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 I would sit down and write a list of all the times you've given to others, and you're going to see like truly how much effort and energy you're putting out. And you're going to see, like, wow, I do so much for other people. I'm really worthy of doing it for myself. Like, look how much energy I'm
yeah,
sending out.
yeah,
So, definitely do that if you're struggling to receive it yourself.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, well, I'm so excited for when is the sorry, when is the light show a light art?
Oh, the
And
art.
again, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I
Is it coming
don't
soon?
know. I know entries close this week.
Oh,
Incognito.
okay. Because I'm thinking we could do like a follow-up, um, catch
Ooh,
up after the event.
that
That would
would
be
be
so
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Incognito art show. It is. Okay, registrations are open, but I'm not sure when it actually starts. Hmm. Okay, I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, it sounds like it's probably going to be happening maybe in the next month or so.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
maybe a month or two away,
Yeah, that's
potentially.
perfect.
Yeah.
Good
Yay.
luck for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I've actually lost you on my screen. Oh, here we
Which
go.
you don't need. You already got all the luck.
Yeah, yeah, that's
You
it.
just kill it anyway. You
Trust and
win.
surrender. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on here. It's
Yeah.
amazing to catch up and see you glowing.
Okay, yes. Make sure you follow Shana on Instagram, and I'll put the links down below. So thank you, Shana.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, everyone, for
Bye.
listening.
Yeah.
Bye bye.